Hello, welcome to part 5 of Time and Work series. So, I gave you one homework question. I hope you must have solved that. Now we'll discuss that question briefly here. So, the question says A does 80% of a work in 20 days. He then calls in B and they together finish the remaining work in 3 days. How long B alone would take to do the whole work? In any question related to time and work, you should be able to find out someone's work per day. Like here we have A and B. So you should be able to find out A's work in one day and B's work in one day. Now we'll see how to find this one. So what all things do we have here? We have here A completed 80% of work in 20 days. A completed 20% work in 20 days. So in how many days A will complete A completed 80% of work in 20 days, 80% work in 20 days. So A will complete 100% work in 20 upon 80 times 100, that is equal to 25 days, right? So A will complete whole work in 25 days. So, but how much work was completed by A? How much work he completed? He completed 80% work. What is 80%? 80% is nothing but 4 upon 5. So A completed 4 upon 5 work, right? So how much work is remaining? So remaining work is the work which is left uncompleted by A. So remaining work is equal to 1 minus 4 upon 5, because 100% is 1, 4 upon 5 is 80%, okay? So remaining work is 1 upon 5. So 20% work is still left. This work is completed by A and B together in 3 days. Alright, so this work is completed by A and B together in 3 days. We have this particular information given in the question because after 20 days A called in B because he needed some help, so they finished their remaining work in 3 days. So they took when A and B were working together when A and B were working together, they took only 3 days to complete 20% work. Alright, so A and B took 3 days to complete 20% work. Now assume that A and B were working together from the beginning. If A and B were working together from beginning, then they would have completed whole work in 3 times 5, that is 15 days. Then they would have completed 100% work in how much time? In 3 upon 20 times 100, that is nothing but equal to 15 days. So if A and B were working together from the beginning, they would have completed whole work in only 15 days, whereas A took 20 days to complete 80% work itself, right? We need to find out B's work all alone. If B were doing whole work all alone, then how many days he would have taken? Okay, so we need to find that particular thing. Now what else we can write here? So we found A plus B working together. So what is A's work done per day and what is A plus B's work done per day? We know that information now. So we can write here A's work in one day is 1 upon 25. Just read the very first paragraph that is written in black color. So A will complete 100% work in 25 days. So A's one day work will be 1 upon 25, right? Similarly, A plus B's work in one day will be how much? It will be 1 upon 15 because A and B, when they were working together, they took only 15 days to complete whole work together. So A plus B's work, if they are working together, they will complete 1 upon 15 work daily, right? Now we'll find out B's work in 1 day. So B's work in 1 day will be A plus B's minus A's, right? So it will be 1 upon 15 minus 1 upon 25, right? So when we solve it, we'll get it as 2 upon 75. So how many days B will take? So B will take 75 upon B will take 75 upon 2 days to finish. Okay, so B will take 75 upon 2 days to finish whole task. So what we did here is that A does 80% of his work in 20 days. He then called in B and they together finished the remaining work in 3 days. So how long B alone would take to do the whole work? So we found out A completed whole work in 25 days, A plus B completed whole work in 15 days. So we found A's work in 1 day, B's work in 1 day, and we got the answer, right? Now we'll move to next question. A machine P can print 1 lakh books in 8 hours. Machine Q can print the same number of books in 10 hours, and R can print them in 12 hours. All machines start at 9 a.m. while machine P closes at 11 a.m. So we'll write down the information that is already with us. Okay, so what all things do we know here? We know here P's work in 1 hour, that is equal to 1 upon 8. Q's work in 1 hour is equal to 1 upon 10. R's work in 1 hour is equal to 1 upon 12, right? Now what else is given in the question? We are given that all machines started at 9 a.m. and machine P closed at 11 a.m. So from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. all these three machines were working, right? So from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., like for 2 hours, all machines were working. So we can write here like this: for 2 hours P plus Q plus R were working, right? So what is P plus Q plus R's work in 1 hour? P plus Q plus R's work in 1 hour is equal to the individual work in 1 hour. So 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 12, right? So when we add them up, it will be 37 upon 120. Okay, so their work done per hour is this much, 37 upon 120. But they worked for 2 hours. For 2 hours the work done would be 37 upon 120, because 37 upon 60, right? For 2 hours we need to multiply 37 upon 120 by 2, so it will be 37 upon 60. Okay, so for 2 hours 37 upon 60 is work is done by machine P, Q and R together. Now after 11 a.m. machine P closed. Okay, so whole work has to be finished by machine Q and R. Alright, so what to do now? So what we'll do now is we'll find out remaining work which is required to be done by other machines. So remaining work is 1 minus 37 upon 60, that's equal to 23 upon 60, right? So this is the remaining work, 23 upon 60. So Q plus R's, now Q and R have to work, so Q and R's work in 1 hour is equal to 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 12, right? So it is equal to 11 upon 60. So this is Q plus R's work in 1 hour. So 11 upon 60 work is finished by Q by R. 11 upon 60 work is finished by Q plus R in 1 hour. So how much time they will take to finish 23 upon 60 work? So will finish in 1 upon 11 upon 60 will become 60 upon 11 times 23 upon 60. This is basic calculation that I'm doing. This is basic unitary method. So it will be approximately approximately 2 hours, right? So whole work will be finished by Q and R. Remaining work will be finished in 2 hours. So what is the whole work that is finished by Q and R together? So what is the total time taken to finish whole work when from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then after that 2 hours machine Q and R worked. So total time is equal to 2 plus 2 hours is equal to 4 hours. So work will finish approximately at 1 p.m. because machine started at 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. plus 4 hours is equal to approximately 1 p.m. right? That's the solution. Understood? So we'll quickly go through this question once again. A machine P can print some in 8 hours, Q can print in 10 hours, R can print 12 hours. Our machine started at 9 a.m. while machine P closed at 11 a.m. The remaining two machines complete the work. So we found out A, P's, Q's and R's work. Then for 1 hour we found P plus Q plus R's work. For 2 hours we found it to be this. So remaining work we found. Remaining work is supposed to be done by Q and R's. So we found that time taken to do 1 hour work, this was, so 11 upon 60 work is finished by Q plus R in 1 hour. So 23 upon 60 works will be finished in 2 hours. So total time taken is 4 hours to complete whole work. So 11 a.m. plus 4 hours will be 1 p.m. That's the solution. Okay, so I had great time doing work with you. Thanks a lot for joining Karsak Education. This part is complete. We'll come with many more new videos. If you have any doubt or suggestions, you can always contact us. Thanks a lot.